BookTube. Hello friends, welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and I've got a tiny window of time to do a quick Friday reads in this otherwise very busy Friday. I took Emily this morning to a graduation practice. Her graduation ceremony is tomorrow. She's a 2020 grad, and they elected to not have a ceremony back when everything was super crazy. Now it's just a little crazy. So we're going for it tomorrow. There's going to be a graduation ceremony for her school, which is an all special needs school, as well as the other two, what they call them, center schools in our county for the kids with the most profound needs, both medical and academic and things like that. So anyway, that's tomorrow. It's also my husband's birthday, and so I guess after the graduation we'll take him out for his birthday. And then tonight is the first football game, and Katie is a senior this school year, and she's color guard captain. So they decided kind of last minute a couple of days ago to do senior night tonight. So they're going to recognize all the senior football players, marching band, color guard, all of that kind of stuff. Anyone that has to do with sports and football and things like that, or at least football, maybe a couple of other sports. I'm not even sure. And so they recognize all of them. And normally they do it later in the school year, but not later in the school year, later in the football season. But there's only 3 games scheduled as of right now, and who even knows? This may be the only one. So I guess they figure they may as well just get it done and, not run the risk of, having it canceled farther down the road. So senior night is tonight, and that's just in a couple of hours that we got to get ready and head to the school for that. So if I am going to do a Friday Reads, it's got to be right now or not today, and probably not tomorrow. So I finished 5 books this week for a total of 10 so far for the month. Even though I'm not on track for a book a day this month, I was ahead going into the month. So I am right now still, I think, a couple of books ahead of reading an average of 1 book a day for the whole year. I'm at 262, and we're somewhere around day 260. Maybe it's 261. I don't even know. I didn't look at the calendar today. So anyway, I'm on track, and I'm excited about that. I have not been listening to as many audiobooks this month. I don't even know why. Oh, I think I told you, in the last Friday Reads video, because I'm having to sit with Emily when she's doing e-school, and I can't really listen to an audiobook and pay attention to what's going on and answer questions and all of that. So I've been able to read more with my eyes, but I'm still not a fast reader. So my totals are not as big as sometimes, but that's okay because I'm getting my print books done. I carried over 4 books from the summer fling that were in print that I started in August, and I'm finishing now. I finished 3 of those previous, like I told you about the other 3 in the last couple of weeks, and I'm still working on book 4, but it's over 400 pages, and I think it's 454, and it's Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. So I am right now at the halfway point. So I've been reading that this week, along with a couple of nonfiction books, and still listening to a few audiobooks here and there, and then I had a book club book I had to get done, all of that. So I'm actually happier about my reading progress this month than I have been at some points earlier in the year, and I've only read 10 books so far, and it's the 18th right now. So I don't know, but I feel good about getting several print books done. So this is halfway done. This will be my next print book to finish, and then I will allow myself to start a new print book, because what I really just wanted to do this month is just read 1 print book at a time, not including my nonfiction books and my devotional books and stuff that I read early in the morning. As far as just fiction print books, I wanted to just finish the ones I had started, and then start the 2 that I never started in August, and then moving forward start reading the books for all the other readathons for the fall, like the Fall Into Reading Challenge, and right now the Get Your Shelf Together, and then in October the Mandyathon. So I'm happy about that. So what did I finish this week? Well, I finished my last TBR jar nonfiction book. It is Through the Bible with Les Feldick, book 22, and this was really good. I enjoyed this a lot. It's written, I think it's actually a transcript of Bible lessons that Les Feldick, who is an Oklahoma rancher and teacher, I don't know if he's would even consider himself, he's a Bible teacher. I don't think he's a pastor or an evangelist or anything. He is just a Bible teacher, and he is from the Tulsa area, I believe, a small town in that area. And this was really good. This was given to me by the lady that I used to drive for, and she was just, weeding out some things that she was done with, and I'm so glad she did. I was not particularly excited about reading it, but I stuck it in my TBR jar. I drew it out, and it was great. I would love to read more of these. This is book 22. I think there's like 60 of them maybe, and each one focuses on a different section of the Bible, and it was great. I really enjoyed it. Along with that, she gave me this little booklet, which I read this morning. It's by Norman Vincent Peale, and it's called Expect a Miracle, Make Miracles Happen. This was nice. It was a little inspirational booklet. I didn't realize that Norman Vincent Peale is the founder of Guideposts. So that was interesting. And so now I will maybe pass this on. Charlotte's my sister, you guys. Charlotte, do you think this is something Larry would like? You might like it too. I don't know. I'm getting ready to send my sister some stuff here pretty soon, so I might pop that in for my brother-in-law because he reads a lot of Christian nonfiction, and I think he would enjoy that. Or he may have already read them. He may have them because they live in that area. Okay, so I also finished off a series. I finished the Left Behind series. Glorious Appearing is book 12. I listened to this in its entirety on Hoopla. And then Kingdom Come, I listened to an abridged version. That's all that was available on Hoopla. And I'm good with that. These books didn't blow me away. I don't know. I think it's because it's just really hard. It's a tough subject. This is about the Second Coming of Christ and the 1,000-year reign and all of that. And all we have to go on is just a little bit that the Bible says about it. And there's really no way to know exactly what it's going to be like. And so I think they did as good of a job as they could have done with it. But I don't think they were able to make it sound as amazing as it's probably really going to be. I guess that's all I'll say about that. Okay, then this morning I finished, by J.A. Jance, I finished Remains of Innocence. This is a Joanna Brady novel, and I can't go any farther yet with the Joanna Brady series because the next two books are novellas, and I believe they are mashups with the Allie Reynolds series, and I have not started the Allie Reynolds series. So I think for this year, I'm going to read, there's maybe one or two other J.P. Beaumont books that I haven't read. So I'm going to try to finish off the J.P. Beaumont series. I finished the Brandon Walker series several months ago, maybe even last year. And so now if I can finish the J.P. Beaumont series, then I'm going to hold off and not read any more in the Brady series until I start the Allie Reynolds series, which I don't want to start really until next year. So I'm doing pretty good with that and all of her books. This was really good. This had two completely separate mysteries, and I really enjoyed how the author was able to weave those together, and they were completely unrelated, but yet Joanna Brady had to deal with both of them. And I thought it was really good how she had to make everything work together in her day because she's just one person and she's a county sheriff, and so it showed how she had to prioritize and what she delegated and what she actually dealt with herself, and how she was able to juggle those two cases and do it with such heart. I really do enjoy the Joanna Brady series. And then the other one that I finished, I honestly can't believe I got this finished. This is for my mystery book club. It was supposed to have been not like yesterday, but week before, and I didn't have it done. I just couldn't make myself sit down and read it. So yesterday was our regular book club, and we talked about Where the Crawdads Sing, which I've already read like last year. And then we also went ahead and talked about this just a little bit because we had not had a meeting last week. So I knew that I had to get it done. So I had bought it on my Kindle, and that way I figured I could listen to it text to voice. That's not the ideal way to read a book for sure, but it was just the only thing I could make myself do because I didn't want to stop reading my other print books and pick this up and sit down and read it word for word. So I did listen to most of it text to voice. Every once in a while I picked it up and read a little bit here and there. And it turned out to be a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. In fact, I didn't realize text to voice, you can go up to like 4 times speed. I think the highest I got was 3 times speed, but it went pretty fast. And I actually thought it was a cute book. After all that, me not wanting to read it, it's just because I was just in the mood for other stuff. And this turned out to be very cute. Now, a couple of the book club members did not like it at all. They said it was dumb, but it's just light and fun. It's about this town where it's called Broken Rope, and they're kind of a touristy town. They do a lot of reenactments, and they're famous for having had various kinds of deaths and outlaws and things like that. They have an outlaw cemetery, and this series is called the Country Cooking School Mystery Series, or Graham's Country Cooking School. So Graham is a chef. She teaches a cooking school, her and her granddaughter, who is a law school dropout. And they are teaching this cooking school. Well, then someone turns up murdered. They find them in their storeroom. So that's how they get involved in it. And there's that. There's the setting of the town. And then there's a ghost who happens to be an outlaw who was killed by the sheriff. But he's actually a really nice guy. And he doesn't know why he keeps turning up whenever there's a crisis. But somehow he ends up turning up. And I don't know. I know all of that sounds, when you put that all together, it's like, whoa. But it was just fun. I thought it was great. And the title is great. If Fried Chicken Could Fly. It's by Paige Shelton. I think this is a series of 5. All of them have great titles, and I would definitely read some more of these. I just thought they were light and fun. And, you know, if you're looking for a serious thriller type mystery, then this is not it. But for a cozy mystery that is just fun, then I think that this is a good choice. Especially if you like just a touch of the supernatural, then, you know, here you go. Okay, so that's everything I finished. Oh, and I forgot to mention that by finishing this book, this was the last nonfiction book from my last TBR jar draw. So I will be doing another TBR jar draw pretty soon. I have one of the fiction series that I have not read yet, but I'm still going to go ahead and draw a fiction or a nonfiction draw probably next week. So, my other current reads, I already think I mentioned Scarlet. And then the other print book that I'm reading is a nonfiction book, The Bullet Journal Method by Ryder, Carroll. I'm not too far into it. I'm just kind of toying with the idea of maybe doing some kind of a bullet journal, but I'm trying to figure out exactly what I need it to do. I don't want to just do it for the sake of doing it. It needs to actually serve a function, and it needs to be something that's helpful to me. I don't need to add anything to my to-do list. I need a place to put my to-do list so that I can get things done. And that's the whole idea of the bullet journal. In the car, I'm listening to The Burning Maze. This is book 3 in Trials of the Apollo by Riordan. And I'm not quite halfway done with that. And then, other than that, I have 2 other books on my currently reading list, so I've gotten it down to 5, which is exciting. I have the C.S. Lewis book that I've been reading a page a day on. It'll carry me through the rest of the year. And then the Annotated Hobbit, which I haven't picked up to read any out of this month so far. But once I get Scarlet done, I think I will go ahead and maybe read a few chapters of The Hobbit before I pick up another print book. So what am I going to pick up next? Well, when I finish Scarlet, that will be the 4 books that I had started from the summer fling that I started in August and carried over into September. those were to meet specific challenges for the summer fling. And then I had 2 other books that I didn't even start. So I want to do those first. I want to complete the summer fling, and I need to read Boop and Eve's Road Trip. I also want to get this done before October because this is a new release coming out in October. It's by Helen Sheriff. It looks super cute, and I can't wait to read it. And then I also want to get another Grace Livingston Hill book read. If it kills me, this is a girl to come home to. I need to get this read. It's not long. So yeah, I think now that I am focusing on just reading one book at a time and I have more time to actually sit with a book and read, it's helping me to focus on that. There have been times in my life, earlier this year, last year, when I was trying kind of an experiment to just start something new every day and always keep something going. And I think what I'm going to find that's best for me is somewhere in the middle where maybe I could still have 2 or 3 things going in print, but maybe not a whole stack. I don't know. We're just trying different things. We're going with the mood, just trying to figure out what I feel like doing at the time. So the next audiobooks that I'm going to start on my phone are the next 2 books in the Military Canine Unit series. I have been saying this person's name wrong. This is book 3 in the series. The author is Dana Mentink. I've been saying Diana. I finally looked at that and thought, oh my goodness. Actually, it's not even Mentink. It's Mentink. So I think it's Dana Mentink, and I am so sorry that I have been saying that incorrectly. And the book is Top Secret Target, and then the next one is Standing Fast by Maggie K. Black. These are both on Hoopla. I think almost all the whole series, except maybe the novellas, are on Hoopla, and they're on audio, so I'm really excited about that. I'm going to be able to get through maybe even all of that series this year, when I otherwise probably wouldn't have. So that's what's coming up next with my reading life, and that's what I finished this week, and I guess that's it. So at some point, let's see, upcoming for, going forward as far as videos to expect, there will be a TBR jar draw for nonfiction. I also have been doing a little bit of book shopping. I think I have only cozy mysteries and Christian fiction. So I'll probably break those into 2 videos, and I'll be doing those book haul videos coming up soon. And then as I'm finishing the summer fling, I've also been checking off some of my other books for the Fall Into Reading Challenge. So I want to do at least one dedicated video a month to the Fall Into Reading Challenge and just talk about what I've read that accomplishes each of those prompts. I'm trying to do the whole board. And then I'm behind, but there is an Instagram challenge where they have 1 a week, and I haven't done any of those. So I want to do all of those and catch up, and then try to do that every week. So, the dogs are in here making noise. But anyway, that is all for this video. Let me know what you're reading, and let's chat in the comments. And I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.